Howdy, partner. I'm Andrew McLean, and this is John Bird. And this is Tony Gump. And this is Over the Line, baby. Welcome to the show, everybody. So glad you're here. What was with the Indian thing?
Well, you were doing the cowboy, so I did the Indian.
Oh, did I say cowboy?
Yeah.
I said howdy, partner, didn't I?
Yeah, howdy, partner. And that's cowboy talk right there.
That is cowboy talk. I usually just when I start the show, I don't really think about it. I just whatever comes out of my mouth. Because doing the intro to whether it's a podcast or a radio show or whatever, like one of the hardest parts of the show is what you say at the beginning.
Yes.
And like how you get the show started. That's why it's so difficult for me at the station. Like even that first hour is very important because I've got to go from with the current situation. You know, I've got Steve West for the first hour. Mm-hmm. Well, then all of a sudden I got a brand new producer in Carrie, and I got to kind of shift gears and adjust. You know how I operate. I mean, I could go just dry news for 4 hours, but I don't want to do that. I had to do that Monday because Orlando filled in for all 4 hours, and Orlando's not going to talk. I bet I freaked him because he's not a political guy. Right. But I don't think he's said this to me before, which is why I don't mind saying it. But he's like, you and I probably don't agree on a whole lot on politics. He said this after one of the shows. He's like, but it's been a pleasure working with you. And I was like, that's cool, man. Yeah. You know, we ain't got to agree or whatever.
Yeah.
And I thought after yesterday's show, I mean, I went full blown Epstein files, Pizzagate, everything, and I'm like, dude, I bet Orlando's so freaked out right now. Like he's hearing all this stuff that he don't know anything about. I mean, what if I just red pilled him, and he comes in like wearing a MAGA hat sometime this week?
I'd bet any money if you took on another producer, you would red pill him over time just by doing the show.
Yeah, it'd probably take time. I couldn't do it in one episode, but I do really think that I might have freaked him out.
Well, here's what you do.
I tried to distract him by talking about the Royal Rumble in wrestling. He's a big wrestling guy.
You take as soon as Steve finishes up, or you can get Steven on this. You take a MAGA hat, you set it right there on the board. So when Steve's done, and Orlando if he ever runs it again,
yeah.
You have that red hat sitting right there.
Oh yeah, have it on standby. That's a good idea.
Have a little piece of paper says, "Put it on. Your life will never be the same."
Just do it. Just do it, man. Just do it.
Just do it.
So, how's everybody else? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Anything life changing happened since the last time we were here? It's only been 3-4 days, but still.
Well, my engine light came on, but I think I'd already told you that.
I don't know that you said that on the podcast. Now, just for context, we've been through hell and back with John Bird's car, and you just recently got a brand new engine put in.
A newer engine.
Oh, a newer engine.
Yeah, a brand new engine would.
Oh, that's a no go.
That would be as much as a used car.
Okay, yeah, we put a newer engine in a 2001 Ford Mustang, and now you're saying the engine light has come on. Have you ran diagnostics on it yet?
Not yet. I was going to do it yesterday and didn't get a chance to, and it rained today. I'm going to tomorrow. I'm going to Chris, my buddy, Christian mechanic, and we're going to work on fixing the ball joint on the right side of the Mustang, which there had been problems before, and he said this may eventually happen. So he's fixing it for free. He just said, put on your overalls and let's have a good time.
Okay. Well, how about Chris, man? We give Chris a round of applause.
Yes.
Come on, Chris. Coming through clutch, as always.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to do something for that guy.
I know.
I don't know what we have to offer, but, we can, I don't know, send him some of your taint hair or something.
No, I think that might damage our friendship a little bit.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we won't do that. By the way, for everybody hanging out with us live, thank you all for being here. Make sure you share if you're watching us on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, X, all that kind of stuff.
Make sure you like us.
Show us some love. If you're on YouTube, your objective is to click the like button, and if you want to contribute to the show, Super Chats and Cash App, Venmo, OTL show. Let me pull that up to make sure I've got that in order. Let's see. All right, and I think we are good. Okay. By the way, iPhone did a new update, and I don't know if I'm behind the times on this. I don't like it.
There's some weird stuff that you see through, bubble looking. Look at that. Man. Give me a basic font. Yeah, give me a basic font.
Well, I think you can on the clock. I think you can change it, can't you?
No, that's the thing. You can't.
Really?
Ever. No, I don't know. Probably. It's probably an option. It's just a reason to take up more space on your phone.
Yeah, I think you can look at your widgets or whatever and figure it out from there. Also, weight loss journey that you're on, is that right?
Yes.
You started it last Friday morning, but by Friday night you were eating cheese balls and chips. But you said they were baked, so everything was okay.
Yeah, it was a cheat day.
Okay. So day one was a cheat day.
Yes, day one was a cheat day.
Are you going to be like giving us updates and progress? I mean, you can obviously show us in real time what your stomach looks like, but I mean, you could also do pictures if you'd like.
Yes, actually, I've got to show that, Tony. It's week 1.
Oh shit.
And current weight, from week 1 was 252.31.
Wow.
So this Friday I will update everybody.
That is quite the beer belly, my friend.
I know, I'm so embarrassed.
So that's your actual weight, 252?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Well, it was last week, but I can't say anything until Friday.
Okay, so that would mean you and I are neck and neck.
Yeah, well,
which is not a shot at you, but if you take a look at the picture you just posted of us the other day, like I was pretty rotund pre-Mandu. Like I was hovering around 310, and now I'm down in your arena.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, my soda diet that I started doing, I hit 199 today. I'm under 200.
Dang.
Yep. Yeah, like I think
man.
I've shed like 8 pounds or something.
1 in 3.
That's huge, baby. That's huge.
1 in 3.
And I didn't change anything else. I just cut out the soda, and I've been drinking the zero sugar soda stuff.
Statistically, 1 in 3 men are under 200 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
And then one of the other 3 got to be careful when they step out of the shower.
That's right. That's right. But hey, what I've done is I'm putting together a book.
Okay.
And I'm writing down what I'm eating and all that. And I wanted to show you all the cover that I had designed.
JB's Kick-Ass Extreme Weight Loss Challenge. Wow.
Look at the abs.
Yeah.
So that is you. That looks like an illustration of you.
Yeah, to the left, that's me, and then at the arrow, that's what I'm going to look like. When I reach my goal,
which will be
200 pounds.
But I mean, time-wise, you got a time frame.
3 weeks is my goal.
3, you can look like that in 3 weeks.
No. If by summer, I could look something like that. Maybe even my birthday.
John Bird, have you ever looked like that in your life before?
No, I had 6-packs, but they didn't go all the way up there. I guess it was a 4-pack. I guess the best I've ever had is a 4-pack.
Tony and I will have to spend all our time fighting the women off if you end up looking like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, and the interesting thing is, as you can see by the face, it will help you to be younger.
Yeah, you do look
and
younger.
Taller. Notice, and taller, yes.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the transformation.
I can see as that belly goes in, your height goes up.
Mm-hmm.
So it all.
You see how well. Go back to the other picture, Tony.
All right.
Now on the other picture, if you remember, the belly was hanging over quite a bit.
As soon as I can get to it.
So you're talking about your beer belly. It was hanging kind of low. Hit the escape button.
I am.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. You gave us a virus. You gave us a virus, John Bird. Your JB's Kick-Ass Challenge just gave us a virus.
Oh, no.
They're screwed. We can't get off. We're not going to be able to do anything else.
You know how the belly was? It was like hang down. It pulls you down. It makes you shorter.
Actually, I don't know that it's that, but it is well documented and scientific that as you get older, you do get shorter. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like your bones shrink. That's scientifically proven.
It's bullshit.
I'm not saying that's happening to you.
You want to see how tall I am? I'm 6 feet.
Are you?
You're dang right.
You sure you're not 6'1"?
No, I'm not 6'1".
Okay.
I probably dropped, but I have to say I probably lost like a 0.2 inches off my height.
Well, yeah. That's
yeah. Because I mean that does happen, but the main thing is the belly. Why is Tony sticking his butt in my face?
He's busy. He's trying to figure out what happened with the thing.
Oh, he's doing technical stuff. I'm sorry.
Let the
Tony.
man work.
Let me talk about your butt. But
oh my God.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. Rainey says, "Well, Petunia will be waiting." No, she won't.
Yeah, are we ever gonna?
I don't know.
I mean, are you going to continue on the path of trying to find this lady, or?
Well, I mean, I would like to. Bob Cook, do you have any updates? I didn't, I think there was. Didn't Bubba say that that the women were married?
Well,
at Sunbelt, all of them?
It was said on the show that
I didn't see a ring.
He thought that all of them were married, but I don't think he personally knew them all. Mm-hmm. So it may have just been like I think they're all married, but I'm not sure. Tony, are you able to go to the left screen and then right click the icon that's got the picture thing up there at the bottom? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, right click that and close it that way.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
There you go.
Okay.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
I don't know what the heck happened. That was the strangest thing. It wouldn't leave the screen.
I didn't know if you had something else going on.
I actually thought the keyboard ran out of batteries and switched the batteries out because the escape key wasn't doing crap.
That's weird. But yeah, so good, best of luck to you, JB. Not just on your weight loss journey, but with your pursuit in finding Petunia. I will say this. I've had a very interesting day. Started off
interesting, good, bad?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
So I kind of talked about Monday, and I feel like the show went good considering the circumstances. When I'm throwing a new producer, it really throws me off. But,
yeah.
So today felt like was a fair radio show, but it was one of those where I got easily distracted, and we ended up in conversations that really just didn't, didn't make a lot of sense, just random stuff. And it happened with the topic of, and I don't even remember how we got on this, but we had talked about it before, and we may have even talked about it on this show, the topic of old radio people and old radio stations. And somehow Nick Nice got brought up. Do you remember Nick Nice?
Yeah, I did the imaging for him.
Oh, so you worked with him?
Yeah.
Wow. So did Carrie.
Nick Nice at night.
Carrie Adams worked with him.
Yeah, he'd moved on from the Q, and then he worked with Carrie. See, Carrie and I had similar jobs in terms of I was creative services director over several stations.
So you worked with him.
Just imaging. Hey, man, how's it going? Hey, here's some imaging. Oh, man.
And he was at the Q at that time?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think I'm like the one behind the times. I guess I'm the one that didn't work with him. But here's the backstory, and I think y'all know this. Mm-hmm. As a child, I always wanted to be in radio. Mm-hmm. And, growing up in Alabama, you listen to Rick and Bubba, big fans of them. Mm-hmm. Listening to, even before I started listening to like conservative talk radio, I was really into Nick Nice, who did the night show on 103.7. And at one point, I had to be 13, 14 years old. This had to be late 90s. Me and two of my buddies started calling his show. And we would almost call as characters ourselves. I was myself, and he dubbed me Dr. Drew. And then I had another buddy, and I can't remember what we called him, but he would call in as this old backwards redneck hick who's out in the field with his cow or something. Mm-hmm. And again, remember, we're 13 and 14 years old. But
That's
he would always,
the appeal.
Yeah, and he would always play along with it and end up, recording our phone calls and playing it in between songs and all this kind of stuff. And then I had another buddy who would call in as a tranny, and his name, he said, "My name's Alicia." He would call in as Alicia, and he would hit on Nick Nice, and Nick would always play into it. And he would be like, "Oh, girl, what are you wearing right now? What color panties you got on?" Like, it's one of those deals.
Dang.
And so it was fun. And so I was kind of telling those stories, and I'm like, man, I'd really like to get in touch with that guy and just reach out to him and be like, hey, man, as a listener myself, I was inspired to be in radio. You played a part in that. I finally got in the business years ago. I got my own show in Birmingham, blah, blah, blah. So we started. I was like, well, how do I find this guy? Like, his name's probably not Nick Nice. And Carrie's like, well, I worked with him for a little bit, and his name's not Nick Nice, but I don't remember what it is.
Did you do Nick Nice Radio Birmingham?
Well, I did. Because this is not the first time I've tried to find him. And there's a Nick Nice out in Wisconsin, which was obviously not him, and so on and so forth. Anyway, the audience gets involved, and they start searching for him.
Oh, man.
And they start sending me, oh, is it this guy? Is it that guy? And, some of them aren't right or whatever. And then finally, Carrie's like, wait, he wrote a book at one time, and I think his name was Brandon. And so then Carrie started looking, and he found him on X, and then found him on Facebook. And sure enough, let me actually... Tony, if you'll go to Facebook real quick. I mean, I hope he doesn't mind me showing his account on here.
No. Are you kidding me? You've surpassed him anyway, so it's good for him.
Go to the search in the top left and type in Brandon. It starts with a H. What was it? What did his name start with? Hold on, I'll tell you. It's
I have no idea.
MER. Do MER. There he is, right there in the red shirt.
Whoops.
Brandon, I don't know how you pronounce it. How do you pronounce that? Brandon Meerhout?
All right.
I think that's probably
click his picture. Do you remember what he looks like? That's him right there.
Yeah, but let me tell you something about those shades. They're hiding some bags.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think so? Well, I've been listening, being in radio. So anyway, we find him, right? And I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. I found Nick Nice, one of my radio heroes and everything else. And turns out he lives in Panama City. He's originally from Virginia. And I say he lives in Panama City. I think he's a snowbird in Panama City during the winter and then goes back to Virginia. He's got a website called thenicelife.com, which then transfers you to theworldscoolestdude.com. And so he's got both of those URLs. And he's got a whole thing. I won't go through it. I don't fully understand. Like, it's just kind of it's more of a bio than anything. But I think he's got a landscaping service as well. But anyway, so all that aside, so I find him and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. So I get home this afternoon. And I send him a message, and I'll read to you what he said. Okay. Surely he won't mind me sharing this message. I say to him, I said, hey, man, you probably don't remember me, but I was one of your listeners from way back in the day on the Q in Beeham. You dubbed me Dr. Drew, even invited me up to the station as one of the Friday night guest DJs. I was 13 or 14, had to be circa 98, 99. He would do Friday. He would pick a listener to come up there for like an hour or two and sit in studio as a co-host.
We probably just missed each other. I probably had gone home a couple of hours before.
That's crazy, because I'll never forget it. I'll never forget walking in that station, going up 3 or 4 floors, and then somebody that was working there walked me into this conference room with this big fancy table, big fancy chair, and there was this dude. I had no idea. This is before Facebook and all that. I had no idea what this dude looks like. He's sitting there, skinny guy, wife beater, cut off sweatpants, just mowing down a box of Popeye's chicken, just wearing it out. He's like, what's up, man? Dr. Drew in the house. And so we go in there, and he brings me on, and I stove up, dude. I'm frozen.
Please tell me you've got audio somewhere.
There ain't no telling where it's at. I didn't really say anything. Like, I was so nervous that I didn't hardly talk. But people, friends of mine, people that knew me from school were calling in. They're like, hey, I just want to give a shout out to Dr. Drew. We're his #1 fans, and all this kind of stuff. So anyway, that was my first experience in a radio studio. Mm-hmm. Like, he was the one that gave me that opportunity. So anyway, that's the backstory on that. I said, I now host a talk show on 99.5 in Birmingham. Somehow the topic of Nick Nice came up today. We probably talked about you for an hour in pursuit of figuring out where you were and what you were doing these days. Listeners were scouring the internet to find you, as a lot of them remembered you remembered your show. Finally, my producer, Carrie Adams, who you worked with at one point, found your socials. So I just wanted to reach out and let you know that I kept chasing that radio dream and pulled it off. You were a big influence in that. Maybe we can even have you call into the show one day. And this is what's crazy. And so when I talk to him again, I got to tell him, do you remember John Bird?
Yep.
Because now he's like, he knows everybody around me, and I had no idea that there was these, whatever it is, separation of Kevin Bacon or whatever
He
you call
won't
it.
remember me.
I bet he does.
I
remember
bet
Carrie?
was pretty
you always
serious
remember
back
Bird,
then.
okay?
I was pretty.
I mean, he
serious
may
back
not
then.
remember you from your personality at this point in your life, but he might remember your name. It's a very unique name.
No, John Bird is one of the most common names in America.
Well,
There are 17 John Birds in the greater Birmingham area.
are there?
There are 6 John Robert Birds, and there are 3 John Robert Bird Juniors. Good God.
Is that real?
Yes.
Oh, we got to do an episode where we go hunt down all the John Birds in Birmingham and introduce them to John Bird. Oh, that'd be great.
Gosh, that would take forever.
All right, he says, he then responds, and he says, Dr. Drew, I remember you, man. My Alabama boy called me and told me y'all were asking about me. He said, I was able to catch the final few minutes of that segment and listen to the final 2 hours of your show while I was on the beach. So this is the crazy reach of the radio show, by the way. This is a guy I've been looking for a while. I just happened to start talking about him, and before the show's even over, word gets back to him in Panama City that he's being talked about on the line, giving him the opportunity to tune in and then ultimately go back and listen to the show, which is crazy to know that Nick Nice was listening to my show today.
Nice.
He said, so cool to hear what you're doing now, dude. You're super talented. Honored to know that I played a small part in inspiring your radio dreams. Funny story, the dude I grew up listening to every night that inspired me to pursue radio in Richmond was the same guy that eventually hired me at 103.7 in Birmingham. Now we're great friends. Life is circles. Keep killing it, dude.
Is that Bohannon? Scott Bohannon?
I don't know.
I think he was the program director then.
I think I'm friends with Scott Bohannon on Facebook. Or maybe I'm not. I don't remember. I was like, oh, that's cool, man. The audience is going to get a kick out of knowing that you got to hear the show. And then I told him, I said, we host a podcast as well. We'll be live tonight at 6 p.m. Central Time. I said, we've even teamed up with Bubba the Love Sponge out of Tampa that helps with our distribution. And he said, wow, Bubba is big time. Send me a link and I'll tune in.
Okay, here's the deal. It just hit me. This just hit me.
Ding.
Nick Nice. Life advice. Oh. And we do a little short segment.
We could. I didn't think about offering this to him, but we could easily zoom him into this podcast. I wonder if he'd do that. I mean, hell, he may be watching now. I told him to check out the podcast.
There's only one way to find out. Is ask him sometime.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's what I'll do. I got to talk to Alex Stein as well. We've got his number, but I don't know why I haven't reached out to him. I think I'm a little nervous.
It's a delicate situation.
Yeah,
No, it's
busy.
not. You just.
I don't want to step on any toes. I just.
Oh, you talking about Bubba Toes?
No. I just don't want to. I don't want Alex to think that I'm like harassing him, even though I haven't messaged him at all.
You know what? What works with him? Let me tell you, because I mean, we were hanging out for like a minute and a half at the end of.
Who, you and Alex Stein?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Saturday night. Because we were all like, we closed it down. We closed the party down.
Right.
And we're standing. I got.
Which I was very jealous about. I was back at the hotel, passed out, and the next morning I find out Bird was at the Bubba Studios, like partying hard and getting like rubbing elbows with all the most important people.
Yeah, man. But you know what we can do? He likes it when you close talk.
Who?
So when I shook his hand, I pulled a Trump.
Alex?
Alex.
Okay.
I pulled a Trump.
Okay.
I drew him in.
Oh.
And I was talking close to his face, and he didn't winch. So here's what you do.
He said, what'd you have for dinner?
You just have to close talk him with text.
So should I send with my text a close-up selfie so as he's reading it, he feels like I'm right in his face?
Yes.
Okay. I'll do that.
Or send a video message, and you start back here, and then you say, "Wait, let me get in a little closer," and then and have it like here and here.
I heard you like it close.
Why don't we all say something in like 15 seconds or 20 seconds and create a short, like telling them to come on the pod in some short and send them the short?
Yeah, we could do that. We can make a bit.
Or we can just call him or something.
Yeah, I think I'll probably just text him at first and say, "Hey, man, can I call you sometime?"
Yeah, he loves creativity and humor. That's all I'm saying.
And then if I can get him on the horn on the phone while we're all in studio, then we can just talk to him before the show or something and say, "Hey, what's possible?" Because I want him on the radio show as well.
Yeah.
I want him to call in, and if I could get him like a segment or two once a week and be like, "Primetime 99, Pimp on a Blimp, Big Booty Latinas, life advice or whatever."
Transgender lover, yeah.
Yeah. Whatever it is, like get something going. Anyway, I thought that was super cool. And so I reached out to my two buddies that were involved in calling the show during that time. Mm-hmm. And one of them says, "I think I may still have the cassette tapes where we were recording ourselves on the radio." So he's going to be looking for them, which would be wild.
This is huge.
I know. Now, I don't know how serious he is about that, if he actually thinks he's got them or not. But if he does, I would pay good if I found my own
he's
tapes.
going to be looking for them. Now, he's excited.
Oh, yeah. And if I were to find my own tapes at a yard sale, I'd probably drop a couple $1,000s just to get them back. Because they probably are floating around a yard sale somewhere.
Yeah, you got to save everything.
They got to be worth some money, man. But will we get in trouble for, we could play it on the podcast, but would I get in trouble for playing clips from 103.7 The Q on a Cumulus station?
I don't know.
Would iHeart get mad at me?
You have to ask AI. I'd have no idea.
Well, no, it wasn't iHeart back then.
Oh, it was.
I have no idea.
It was Clear Channel.
It was they changed hands 4 times in 2 years, and that's when I was like,
Damn.
I'm out of here. I got to get away from here. Crawford Broadcasting is a much better deal for me.
Yeah.
Get me started there.
Oh, I just got a text from David Lynham, who said he can come in Friday night to be on the show. He's got a similar story with Robbie Rags from I-95.
Robbie Rags.
Yeah.
Right before my time when I was came to Mix 94.5. Yeah.
Okay.
Robbie Rags.
Yeah, I bet Lynham's got a bunch of good stories from radio.
Yeah, I don't have any stories from radio. Damn, I lived through the 90s. I was a big part of it.
But you said you were like Mr. Responsible, straight edge guy.
Well, no, I started getting when they got
I want
me.
the people doing crazy shit.
No, well, I did crazy stuff, and then when we got fired, and I ended up working for TC and John Ed, then my funniness started going away, and by the time John Ed and Doug Layton were there, my funniness was completely gone. But then when they made me creative service director after, John Ed threatened to pew me, I started getting, I was now working with humor for all the stations and all these formats and doing the imaging and like the, you remember the, that thing? That was me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What was it called? The Magic
School bus?
I did a vert. Oh my gosh, I did a. Man, it was so fun. I'm depressed now. It was so much fun.
Listen,
I was young.
You've got your entire life, which isn't really that long compared to a lot of people,
No.
but you've got your entire life ahead of you, and I suspect great things in your future. I suspect good things are coming your way.
I agree.
Because you deserve good things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fellas.
You sure do.
Lynham said that. Oh God, here we go.
I mean, that
I didn't.
understand how that hurt my heart. And you know what? I know that Tony gets jealous. If I
Yeah. Oh, bird.
What a sweetheart that guy is.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh my God.
No, I didn't mean that.
Stop that. Oh, Tony, I'm not leaving you out.
Okay,
buddy.
all
I'm a
right.
little dizzy, but yeah. Oh man, it's a love fest. I wish I could hug everybody in the super chat.
So Lynham says that Robbie Rags brought him in studio. I guess this was back in the day. He brought in Milo's. He said, I almost shit blood. I was so nervous.
Dang.
So
Now he's doing stand-up.
And he said, my parents listen to TC and John Ed. Every time I hear Joe Jackson stepping out, it reminds me of them because they would play that going to and from, coming from break.
Man, yeah, TC and John and TC, I love TC. I don't even want to talk about that, what happened to him.
But you don't like John Ed.
Well, now he threatened to kill me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Hear me. So, but, I mean, I'm sorry he passed away.
Are you? I just scared to your left a little bit.
Wait a minute.
How long ago?
Tony?
What?
What?
You're dead center.
Oh, is he?
Boom!
Wait,
Just
what?
looked like he needed to go a little left. Anyway, it doesn't matter. How long ago was it that TC died?
1996. And Scott Michaels, who was the production genius, and I, he had a heart attack and was in the hospital, and his organs started shutting down. So he was opened up for the heart surgery, and so they, I think, like closed the flaps or whatever, but they didn't sew them back up because as organs were, stuff was happening, they wanted to be able to get back in there. So that Friday, Paul Feinbaum did the most incredible show. He brought in all the radio legends that were still alive and did a whole show. So John Jenkins, general manager, he asked if Scott and I would do a retrospect for him and have it ready for Monday because it didn't look like it was going to make it. So Scott and I spent from Friday night until Monday morning. We didn't stop. And TC, his daughter, had all of these reel-to-reel tapes, and they didn't even fit on regular reel-to-reel tapes.
Right.
John Jenkins had, he collects them. So we got it, and here's the thing. We're looking at all these. We're like, we're not getting it. Every time we put something in, something amazing popped up. We caught the Apollo landing. They were on the air. And I mean, just incredible stuff like that. And I put some of jingles and things in there, and we won an Addy Award.
Wow.
For that. Yes, best documentary.
An Abby Award?
No, Addy.
Addy. What is
Yes.
Addy? Addy roll? What is? Yeah, Google it. 'cause
No, it's a radio award.
Oh, is it? Mm-hmm. American Advertising Awards. Oh, okay, so it's a radio advertising award.
No, actually, it was not.
Well, that's the AAF.
No.
Addy, ADDY.
Yeah, but no, it's not Addy because that would be like for commercials. I did win an Addy Award before I was in radio in 1988, but
I'm never gonna win a radio award.
and you don't need to worry about it. I mean, really,
I
was
won't.
glad that what we did mattered to a lot of people.
Well, it was sent around the station that Greg McElroy and Cole Kubelik won #1.
They did
mid-market for Barrett Media. So good for them. I got an honorable mention on one of those lists one time. It was like it did like a top 25, and it was like, and after that, it named me and like 4 other shows, and I'm like, that's probably just like the rest of the shows in that market.
Is they send those out quarterly? Is it yearly?
I don't know how they do it. I mean, I'm friends with the guy that owns the company on Facebook. Like he added me at one point, but I don't know him. I mean, I don't know how they come up with that. I'm sure they look at the Nielsen ratings and then kind of come up with their own. I don't know. I don't care. I don't need an award. I don't even want one.
You don't need an award. We have John Bird.
That's right. John Bird is my award.
That's
He's
right.
my ball and chain.
The award-losing radio legend and stiffy.
He's the award that keeps on giving every day. You still taking your
Better
Adderall?
Stop that.
Okay,
I'm trying.
no. Listen. Speaking of Addies, are you still taking your Adderall?
Yes, it's evened out, and
has
it's
it?
really good. I remember things, and if I forget something, I remember something before. Like if I'm leaving the house. So yeah, once again, it's evening out.
Work with me, Tony, and get him to move to his left just a little bit, because I mean it's driving me nuts.
Okay, well I got my leg against there, and that's what Tony told me. Obviously, he told me wrong.
There you go.
That's perfect.
Okay, but what's happening here? Because this is nowhere near.
Well, we
did that last week, and
we had to adjust it because if you notice in your shot there, see how you see how the over the line is in that black box. It looks so nice being right there in that black square that we wanted to leave it in that spot. That's kind of our new placeholder, like how we know where to put it. You okay?
Sorry, I just had a mini stroke.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm feeling better though.
Good.
No, what is it? The logo is the way, but yeah, if I do this, it's going to be in the line.
No, it blends in because you got black sleeves on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it works out. All right, so I have something on my hat. What is that? Speaking of awards, everybody see the Grammys? Everybody watch the Grammys?
Oh yeah.
Several things. I mean, I'm convinced that they're just a bunch of weirdos.
Billie Eilish.
Well, listen. I mean, at the end of the day, you don't even blame the celebrities or the artists themselves because a lot of them don't even have their own opinions. They're just being told by their handlers, like,
PR, yeah,
go out here and go with the crowd. Don't cause any hubbub because if you go against the narrative, you're going to end up getting blackballed, whether you're Kanye or Nicki Minaj or whoever. Like they push you out, and it just depends. Even if you are at the top of your game, like the most popular person, because nobody, like people with money and power, are not going to allow someone with a voice and with popularity such as take a Billie Eilish or a Bad Bunny or a Taylor Swift and just allow them to say things that's detrimental or opposing to the people with money and power. They're just not going to do it.
Agreed.
So, blame the artist. Don't blame the artist. Really, it doesn't matter. But Bad Bunny, as everybody knows, is doing the halftime show at the Super Bowl, which comes up this Sunday. And I don't know if anybody caught this, but this was at the end of his speech. And I've seen nobody covering this part of his speech. Listen to what he said.
I just want to say muchas gracias to el presidente Trump and ICE for deporting all these illegal aliens and for pepper spraying all these white liberal crazy fat bitches. Mucho loca muchacha. Anyway, everyone in this room is a retard. Except for Jelly Roll, you're cool. Everyone else can kiss both sides of President Trump's big, beautiful ass. Muchas gracias, bichachos.
I was shocked that he said those words.
It's not there's a CBS logo there in the corner.
I'm just saying, it was crazy.
Did he? No,
that's you saw it. You saw what I saw.
So he's not thinking he's going to have a lot of people watching him at the Super Bowl, so he's trying to get more people. You liar. You liar.
I don't know.
Why do you lie?
What's real and what's not? What even is reality these days, right?
Uh-huh.
Who knows?
Well, I mean, reality is AI now, and I told y'all about it.
Are y'all excited about Bad Bunny, though?
No, I'm watching the Puppy Bowl.
The Puppy Bowl. What about the TPUSA halftime show?
No, I'm going to watch the Puppy Bowl.
They've got Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, and then two other people I've never heard of. I love Kid Rock, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I do too, but I'm a big fan of the Puppy Bowl.
And also, let me say, when it comes to stars and musicians, I have no problem separating their politics from their music. Because most of the people that I listen to, that I'm like a fan of, are completely opposite in what I believe politically or socially or whatever.
Right.
So if you can't separate that, you're going to be restricted to almost nothing. To John Rich and Kid Rock.
I've never told you guys this, but I actually know somebody that did some lines with Kid Rock at one point.
Really?
Career,
Kid Rock does drugs?
He did way back in the day.
Yeah, he did. He did a couple back in the day. Who was it?
I don't want to say right now.
No, tell us.
But why even put that out there? Come on, man.
I used to work with the guy.
Okay.
His name is Scott. Scott was an attorney at one point, and at one point he was one of those guys that went around with the bands, and he would set up all the equipment when he was younger.
Liar.
Scott the Snowblower.
Yeah. So yeah, he would he'd meet all these musicians and stuff, but he told me the one time with Kid Rock for sure,
Interesting.
Man.
That's good stuff. OTL Show, Cash App, Venmo.
Yes, please.
OTL Show and Super Chats, whatever you got for us, send them our way. Listen, I have dropped the ball on doing a drawing for the merch.
Yeah.
So I think what I need to do is just reset that, and we can do a drawing. Do we want to just do one at the end of February, or do we want to do one within like a week or two?
I'd say end of February. We got barped is what kind of everything
goes off.
Yeah.
All right, so we're starting that back. For every $10.
Are we keeping the January people, though? Do they stay in the pot?
Yeah.
We can do that. If you want to just say whoever donated in January. For every $10 you send, only on Cash App and Venmo, because I have no way to track you on YouTube. Cash App and Venmo, every $10 gets you one entry for a swag package. Nick the Gun Guy will send you an over-the-line swag package. So every $10 gets you one entry, and then we'll do a drawing. Y'all just stay on top of me. Make sure I do it, because I completely got thrown off. I think I missed January and December possibly, but...
And you didn't even need a cookie or anything.
Yeah, and I didn't. I'm not even doing drugs.
I got an excuse.
So outside of the Grammys and all that, Nicki Minaj... By the way, she went off the reservation. I don't want to call it off the reservation, but she made a lot of accusations on Twitter. Can we pull up her Twitter feed real quick? There's probably a lot of stuff on there, but
I'm liking her more and more.
Yeah, but second. I mean, if they seem like crazy things, are they really that crazy? Because of what
no, they're not. They make a lot of sense. Did she pull her? No, did she pull her Twitter down? Where's she at?
Top there.
No.
Nope, that's not her.
That's not her. It's that's her account. So it's Nicki Minaj at Nicki Minaj. So type that in at the top. Just take out the space and put an at symbol at the beginning.
Okay.
And see if
at the beginning.
Yeah, put the at symbol at the front of it, and then hit enter. There she is. Okay.
Okay.
So if you scroll down, this is going to be from 2 days ago, what she was posting. Just keep going. Until you get to keep going. All right, here we go. This is her February. What's today? The 3rd. So February the 1st. Go up a little bit. This is some of the stuff she's said. Actually, go down, and we'll start from the beginning. I'll just read through some of these. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh my gosh.
Still in February. Keep going. Oh, she posts a lot, and she always posts these chunky pictures. Keep going. Okay, we'll just start right. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
Damn, she was on a bender there.
Yeah. Okay, we'll start there. She says, what does that say right there? Your favorite artist.
Oh.
Your favorite artists have been practicing rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other countries and mutilate and kill them as a form of a blood sacrifice to their god. You see, when your master is Satan, you must constantly shed blood. However, the jig is up.
Dang.
I mean, that's
She's
pretty.
spewing truth there, man.
I mean, that's pretty. And so you go up, and then she says, she starts posting pictures of Jay-Z, and she's referencing Trevor Noah. She says Trevor refuses to come out of the closet when everyone in the industry knows his boyfriend, allegedly. I don't know if she's saying Jay-Z's his boyfriend or what. She then says, they sabotaged my documentary because I spoke about the abuse that I suffered. They've been trying to stall my projects in hopes I'd lose a bunch of money and beg them for help. The leaders still think it's a joke. The destruction that's about to come down on them isn't funny. I told y'all to leave me alone. Now you understand why you should have just sat there and taken your meds. It's a very similar. We've seen this before where a top star is like Cat Williams, Kanye West, where they're like, hey, these people are coming after me, y'all. It's almost like a cry for help. She said, imagine if a 30-year-old rapper was out here with a 16-year-old in this day and age, and how y'all would have his head on a platter. The guy was hugging and humping on teens in broad daylight. Next, I'll go on the owner of the Shade Room and more. Okay, I don't know the backstory on that. She said maybe I should discuss the brainwashing techniques they use.
Yes,
that's real.
Yeah.
She says, what in the F with Jay-Z? Keep going. Wendy Williams, who, by the way, another one. You see how crazy she is now.
Yeah.
Like, there's some stuff that happens to these people that doesn't really make a lot of sense.
It's like they crack. They have their, they have their cracking point.
Keep going. Keep going. That guy's allegedly Jay-Z's son, is what they say. I don't remember his name or whatever, but anyway, she said they're flying in immigrants to vote because they reneged on all the promises they made to African Americans, and they can no longer get the African American vote by default. They're causing distractions in the streets to distract from the billions they stole from taxpayers. 100% true. She says any Christian who votes Democrat again is a fool. They're showing people that it's okay to disrupt church during worship. This is how they truly feel about you. The veil is lifted. No morals, no integrity. It's not enough for them to have an opinion. They've escalated to physical. Show more. They've escalated to physical intrusion of places of worship. The demons inside them are so bothered all the time.
Man, she is springing truth.
Says the same thing about the gay community. The LGBT has also started seeing through the veil, and it has them pissed off. Why are they getting the gay vote by default? They've moved on from the gay vote to flying in people who to vote for them. No loyalty to anyone. The gay community should be able to choose every 4 years like everyone else. After the Democrats campaign to win your vote, they should not just get your vote. Wake up. There's the famous Karl Malone skit by Jimmy Kimmel wearing blackface, which he would get somebody else canceled for, but Jimmy Kimmel was funny back during the Man Show days. Like, that was a good show, and it was very timely.
Yeah, and who's the other guy?
Adam Carolla.
Who went the opposite direction.
Yeah, that was amazing. They completely split.
Yep.
Yeah, I like Adam Carolla. Keep going. Just a couple more. Everyone knows Chrissy Teigen has or had a dick, allegedly. Chrissy Teigen, man. That's a weird one, too.
Uh-huh.
So anyway,
she pulled that out of the air. Yeah, I mean,
she just goes through all this stuff, and so let's move to let's move on to the Chrissy Teigen tweets, and that may be third tab for you, Tony. Chrissy Teigen, hit the second one. There we go.
Okay.
So there was at one point Chrissy Teigen had a bunch of weird tweets on her Twitter, and when people started calling her out, she deleted them. Something to the tune of like thousands and thousands of tweets she deleted. And I'll just read you a few. Again, these are disturbing, but these came from John Legend's wife, Chrissy Teigen, okay? And I'll have to paraphrase some of this. She was responding to somebody named Kevin Shockey. She said, nah, he just said the cleanest and best pleasure is to have relations with a 13-year-old. Up until that, ha, 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 ha. Don't know the context?
Sick.
She says, here, I'm about to Anthony Weiner this kid.
Damn.
What the?
This one says, seeing little girls do the splits half naked is just, I want to put myself in jail. # toddlers and tiaras. Don't rip your shirt, Jumper. Don't rip your shirt.
Yeah, that's a good shirt.
Go to the next one. She says, it always weirds me out how strong little toddler tummies can look, and I am aware of how absolutely disturbing that sounds. And then the other one's a retweet that says something about sexy toddlers. That's Chris. There's something weird about that lady right there, and that's who Nicki Minaj says has a wiener.
I'm gonna have to look into this. What do you guys think?
I don't know, but John Burt sounds like he's on oxygen.
Yeah.
There's more, and let me I'm gonna go through these just because I want you to know that. Like, if you want answers, it was the one you just had up. If you want answers to, like, what's going on with these weirdos in the music industry, reopen that tab you just closed. Yeah, there you go.
Gotcha.
This one says, and you may have to zoom in this one for me if it lets you. It says, if you said, there was another thing about how you don't have to do it, I can read it, about how she eats human flesh. She said in one, if you said, eat this one bite of human and you can eat any other meat the rest of your life, or, Chrissy, you eat turkey forever, I'd eat human.
That should be changed. Let's rearrange the letters around. I ate human. She's already done it.
She definitely. There. I'm telling you, dude. There's something weird here. I'll read them from my phone. I got the other ones too. This one says, "I'm going to jail over pizza."
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what that means. She says, "Seeing little girls do the splits." I read that one. This one says, "Skinny pedos drink Pedialyte." There we go.
Oh.
This one says, "Water slide that goes through a shark tank." F yeah, time to get my pedo on.
Jesus.
Hashtag solo rider.
Careful.
What? What?
These again. So that's enough of those before I get us booted. But there are.
I need
so
a shot of
many-
whiskey. I'm sorry, but
I might need one too.
There are so many different tweets out there that are similar to that came out of Chrissy Teigen. And there was even one interview. Do you remember this? They were on the red carpet somewhere, and she's asked about where is the craziest place you've ever done it, talking about her and John Legend.
Oh, I know about this one.
And she said, well, there was that one time with the Obamas. And John Legend's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, he freaked.
And he's like, no, we're not going to talk about that. And then he's like, oh, this is before.
I'm just joking. Do it, Tony.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, I love it. Tony does.
He's like, well, this was before he was elected. That's been one of those hot dog parties.
Yikes.
But in the industry, dude, I'm telling you, like, some weird stuff. Corey Feldman, for instance. How many times has he come out and said, like, weird stuff going on?
Decades he's been talking about this.
This is him on The View. And he even gets scolded for even bringing this up. Watch.
I'm saying that there are people that were the people that did this to both me and Corey that are still working. They're still out there, and they're some of the richest, most powerful people in this business.
Oh, wait.
And they do not
Who was the other Corey?
Corey Haim.
Corey
Yeah.
Hames. That's right.
Yeah,
and he ended up unaliving
drugs
himself.
And
Probably because he was tortured
yes.
by
His mom says
stuff he
that,
went through.
Stands by that.
Okay, anyway, go back. Let's see what we got.
Saying right now.
Are you saying that they're pedophiles?
Yes.
And that they're still in this business?
Yes.
That's what, and that's what you were saying in your book. When you talk,
You're
sunglasses
damaging
and
an entire industry.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to say that it's a very important, serious topic.
You're damaging an entire industry.
You're damaging an entire industry.
Walters.
That makes me wonder about her.
Yeah, you gotta be.
Is she pushing up daisies yet?
Oh yeah, she's gone,
long
right?
gone,
Yeah,
man.
I think so.
Bubba Walters. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, it's crazy because it's one thing after another, and you can call Corey Feldman crazy. And listen, I've watched him live. I watched him open at a Limp Bizkit concert. He does seem a little off, but as all of this stuff continues to come out, you gotta say to yourself, like, what's the real story? I mean, there's accusations that Mom Dami's dad is Jeffrey Epstein now. There are pictures of Mom Dami's mom and a little Mom Donnie with Epstein. Mm-hmm. Look, here it is. This is Mom Donnie and his mom in the front. Bro.
What else we got?
Look at Epstein, hand on the shoulder.
Look at that. Look at little Mom Dami.
Oh, my gosh. Look at those chicken legs on Clinton.
I wonder if Epstein slipped the hand up there.
Oh, man.
He's Bill Clinton's Epstein's puppet, so that's what he's doing. There's another little Mom Donnie. So the question is, who impregnated Mom Donnie's wife? We don't know. I mean, Mom Donnie's mom. We don't know. This could just be happenstance, but from what everybody says, that is little Mom Donnie.
I mean, nothing is off the table after everything that's gone on in recent years. Nothing's off the table
if that's little Mom Donnie, then it just goes back to the whole how they plant certain politicians to take certain positions and make sure that they win those offices. Barack Obama, perfect example, was in the Senate for a very short amount of time for Illinois, right? Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, he's running for president. He speaks at the the 2002 2004 DNC.
Yeah.
Like nobody knows who he is or whatever, and then all of a sudden he's, I remember them putting an article in one of the local Alabama newspapers about an Illinois senator named Barack Obama.
Yep.
And I'm like, why is a Birmingham newspaper or a Montgomery newspaper talking about an Illinois senator? And it was before anybody knew who he was. And it was because he was planted there.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And who's to say that Mamdani doesn't come from a very powerful scenario that ultimately lifts him to where he's at now?
Yeah, there's a lot of questions to be raised when a politician comes in real popular out of nowhere and they have a ton of money behind them. They generally are part of the machine.
Yep. It's like the show Homeland, which I'm binging. It's some eerie stuff as far as similarities out of there between what you just were talking about in the show. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, and what about that Fidel Castro being the father of Justin Trudeau?
Right. And I was watching another thing that was talking about Justin Trudeau's dad being involved in some sort of trafficking, but I don't remember what the context was. But
his
again,
real father, Fidel, or you mean the...
No, his who they claim is his dad is like some former politician, or maybe it was his uncle or something. I don't even know. I don't remember the context. Do y'all remember the one guy that was a local news anchor and he did the big piece on Pizzagate, and then he got fired and blackballed? I found him on Twitter. His name is Ben Swan. And apparently he's doing his own show, and you can imagine that he's doing shows on Pizzagate. I think he's doing a live show right now with Liz Crokin. Play this, the first part of this. He said 10 years ago is when he did that story, and he got completely wiped out. Watch.
Epstein is Pizzagate. Let that sink in for a minute. Jeffrey Epstein is Pizzagate. 10 years ago, Pizzagate was by far the #1 trending topic on Twitter. But the claim of pedophile elites who preyed on children was so insane that Pizzagate was shrugged off as a wild fever dream of a conspiracy theory. I was the first mainstream reporter to dare give the facts surrounding Pizzagate. My corporate career was destroyed over it, so what? My professional reputation was obliterated, that wasn't fun. And I wasn't the only one. Anyone who dared to suggest that this might be true was blacklisted, shadow banned, or thrown off of social media. But then, just days ago, the largest dump of Epstein files revealed what some of us have been telling you for a decade, that Pizzagate is real. Not that there is a pizza parlor at the center of a child trafficking ring, but that child trafficking rings run by some of the most powerful people in the world do exist. Tonight, I want to remind you of what I told you then and compare that to what we have now learned.
Okay, we don't have to go through all that.
It became a major...
You remember that? That's the old clip. That's the original one that he did. And it was so informative because he went through and he showed the symbolism that's listed by the FBI, the triangles and the circular, things, and the fact that, and this all happened after, as you see, after that guy went to Comet Ping Pong Pizza and shot one round into the floor of the pizza parlor that just happened to hit the hard drive of the computer that had all their information on it and wiped out the entire hard drive.
Man, that's wild. What are the
parlor.
odds? That's just crazy.
But the thing is like, there were two pizza places. There was one that was next door, and their logo was literally that pedo triangle.
Like Comet or something?
Comet Pizza. That's what it was. It was Ping Pong, Comet. Well, it was called something else. I can't remember. But after all that went down, they changed their logo and everything. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. But the guy that owns Comet Pizza or the Comet Ping Pong Pizza, he had a bunch of weird pictures of kids and their arms taped to tables and just super weird stuff, man. It's
true evil right there, buddy.
And I understand people that are like, this has got to be crazy. The CIA came up with the terminology of conspiracy theory in the first place to discredit anybody that questions stuff. And I can understand people saying to themselves, that is so unbelievable, I'm not even going to give it any credence, because in order to admit that that's real, or there's a high possibility that it's real, you have to basically let this internal guard down and admit to yourself that there is evil at that level out there in the world. And as humans and human nature, we don't want to think that that kind of stuff is happening to children. Like, it's just a hard thing. It's a hard pill to swallow. And so I get it. Like, when you go to somebody and you say, man, you hear what this guy's saying, how crazy that is. There's no reason to believe that. People are like, yeah, you know what? You're right. That is way too far out there. That's unbelievable.
You know, I was I'm thinking about Tim Tebow lately, because that's his everything is
finding children.
Yes. Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if something happened to him.
You know what? It all revolves around Satanism. I mean, that's at the heart of it. And this involves weird rituals. And this is not a unique American thing for the elites. Like, this stuff happens all over the world. But eating human flesh, you know, sacrificing, drinking blood.
Do these people actually believe in Satan himself, or do you think they're just going along for the money and the power?
No, I think they do believe in it. You know, you got people that are like atheists that don't believe that there's a God or Satan, and then there's people that do believe there's a God and a Satan, and that Satan's the one to go with.
Yeah,
you know.
I was going to say, if you believe in Satan, you would have to believe in the other half of good and bad, right? You know?
I mean, I don't put any money on Satan. He's already lost, doesn't know it.
Yeah.
There was this 21-year-old, this was years and years ago, Gabriella Rico, and give me the caption. It says, Gabriella Rico Jimenez claimed hysterically that she was in one of these rings and witnessing these rituals and everything else, and that she was watching it, and she's having a meltdown explaining to people, like, I was in here, I saw what I saw, they were eating, and she's speaking in Spanish, so you got to read the and remember, this is international. Like, the ones they prey on in particular are foreign orphanages that where they could go snatch up a kid from an orphanage and nobody's ever going to look for them.
Yep.
Like, that's prime real estate for them. Watch what she says. So she just has a teetotal meltdown.
I wonder what happened to her. She's still around.
I don't know if she's still around or not. I mean, in so many cases, people that go through this kind of trauma and see that kind of stuff, they end up unaliving themselves, you know?
Yeah.
They just can't take the constant imagery and memories of that.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get it out of your head. Imagine nightmares.
The people that claim to be involved in it or to be victims of it all have such a similar story. You know, it all goes back to that. And I often wonder, because people have always talked about this, and I'm like, well, how did you come to the conclusion, especially back early days before the internet, before MySpace and Facebook, and people having the ability to just research themselves? How did you know that this was possibly a thing? And it's because bits and pieces would be sprinkled out through, whether it's imagery or movies or even the news.
Oh, yeah.
Like this one right here, which says at the top, ABC's 2020 aired this in the 80s like it was some sort of normal investigative news. Kids being used to lure other kids, coffins, cremation, to destroy evidence. Then suddenly it was called Satanic Panic. Former Satanists came forward, victims came forward, too many cases to ignore. Now we're told it never happened. And after the recent Epstein files released, it's worth going back and watching
it is.
Something like this. Check this out. It's crazy.
What they would do is the kids would go and play with the children and then tell them that they were either going to go to a party or that there was some toys or whatever, and get them so they weren't on the move, and then her father and other members would grab the kids.
Do you find missing children sometimes fall prey to these people?
I believe that they do. We can't prove that they do. But as a law enforcement officer, I question 2 million children missing in the United States, knowing that many of those are not runaways and are so young that they couldn't run away anyway.
Number 4, sexual abuse aimed at destroying faith in God. It's being described by numerous children.
What were the parallels with what the boys have told you and the worship of Satan?
Well, first of all, the sexual abuse, the pornography, which always seems to go hand in hand. The boys talked about how these people actually said, "I hate God," and they used a very deep voice when they talked about that.
One of their primary aims is to destroy the belief system within a child, to make a child turn against what they believe in terms of who they are, of who God is, and to desecrate all manner of flesh, all manner of church institution, all manner of sign and symbol that a child could in any way be attached to.
Cannibalism. It's difficult to believe, but in every case we examined, children described it.
The hearts were cut out, and the children were made to chew pieces of these children's hearts, pieces of their flesh.
Is cannibalism part of the ritual?
The children have spoken about this in almost every instance. Also, human feces, or drinking the urine, or drinking human blood.
That's part of the ritual.
Right.
I have an old 3-inch scar here on my wrist where my friends used to cut my arm open and bleed my blood into a cup and drink it mixed with wine and urine 4 times a year as a ceremony to Satan.
And finally, cremation. Most of the children describe witnessing it. It might explain why no bodies have been found. So far, police have failed to make the connection, as in the case of yet another youngster who, with his mother's consent, described how bodies were disposed of.
He would take the bodies and put a trash bag over the feet and head. He'd put it, and then what he would do is he had his car parked out back. So they took them to the funeral home, and they were cremated, and nobody ever knew anything about the body.
That's crazy, dude.
Man.
Even the stories they're telling back then kind of match up with what we're hearing today.
Yeah, we're talking about, 40 years ago.
Yes.
And it's all just continuing to be, continuing to correlate. It's just, I don't know, man.
There's no telling how far back this goes, but I tell you what, it's a good time to become a Christian. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Because the more the veil is pulled back, I feel like the more frightening it's going to be.
Mm-hmm. This one right here, not to get too crazy with this, but this is a lady. Her name is Kathy O'Brien. She wrote a book, did a bunch of videos, and she talked about instances of being taken to different to certain locations, and some of the trauma that she suffered.
Gerald Ford is not a pedophile per se. He's what I refer to as trisexual. He'll try anything. Any age, anybody, anytime, anywhere, just as long as he had control. Because he had a perversion of power, in addition to his interest in mind control. Therefore, it was Gerald Ford who came out to our house and explained to my father how to raise me in the project according to government specifications.
Whoa.
My father had been caught sending this child pornography through the U.S. mails, and therefore he was approached and told that if he sold me into that project, that he would gain immunity from prosecution. My father remains free from prosecution to date for so-called reasons of national security. Once my father agreed to sell me into the project, I was taken routinely to Mackinac Island, Michigan, which is a political retreat where the Michigan governor's mansion is located. It was a bohemian grove of sorts where politicians met and discussed New World Order controls, where they discussed mind control of the masses, mind control in the school systems, how to use occultism as a trauma base. One of my sexual abusers at that time was the Prime Minister of Canada, Pierre Trudeau. Pierre Trudeau is a professed Jesuit. Now, the Jesuits are an intelligence arm of the Catholic Vatican. Pierre Trudeau represented this criminal faction of the Catholic Church, of the Jesuits, who believed in mind control of the masses because they wanted to be the one world church in the New World Order.
Mm. Oh, my God. Then it just goes and goes and goes. That's not crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah. So anyway, I didn't mean to get all that deep off into
I almost
that
missed
stuff,
the libs with the bull rings, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, though? It's important to know what you're up against.
Yeah.
You can't bury. I mean, look at what's happened. We've buried our head in the sand for so long, and now it's all coming out.
Yeah, and then it just they're able to advance. You know, I mean, you allow them to advance further and further as long as you don't pay attention to what they're doing.
Yep, Scott Seal's right. Evil never stops.
Yeah, and
never takes a break.
On second thought, like when all these people that are agnostic, as you say, and they don't believe in a God or anything like that, if they're watching all this and watching this play out with these people believing in the devil, then therefore it should open their mind up to the fact that there could be a God as well.
Yes.
I believe this.
Yeah. It'll be revealed to them one way or another.
True.
You know, no matter what they believe. And again, you know, we don't know if these individuals are telling the truth. We don't know if they're just making this stuff up. The only thing that, or the one main thing that raises the red flags for me, and all of this goes back to the release of the Epstein files, is why this is even a topic to begin with, is the fact that all these people that claim to have suffered that sort of trauma all have the same story. It's all so very similar. And again, it's unbelievable. You don't even want to believe it. And I've, you know, I mean, years ago, I worked with an individual named Joshua McCoy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was this grungy kid that he looked like the Great Value version of Kurt Cobain. And he had a weird voice, didn't have a voice for radio, was just, you know, a kooky kid. And he would talk about all this stuff on his show. He actually paid for like a 9 to 10 spot, you know, weeknights.
Mm-hmm.
And he would talk about all this crazy stuff. And I'm like, yeah, you know, we all kind of be like, Joshua McCoy, you know, that guy, he's a little kooky. And that was, you know, that was the norm back then. It's just, when you hear about the stuff and the mind control and all this, you're like, that's in the movies, man. That's stuff. And really, we've been programmed to think that way because they do put that stuff in the movies. But if you do your research and you go back and look at the history of things like MK Ultra, which is what she was referring to, it was absolutely a program used by the CIA and the government. And they claimed they shut it down. They actually never claimed they shut it down. There was a law signed by George Bush I, or executive order or whatever, that said that the CIA is no longer that the MK Ultra was no longer mandatory. It can just be voluntary. And they used that to say, well, they're not doing it anymore because it's just voluntary. But they absolutely continue to do it. Why wouldn't they do it? It's such a powerful tool to use that. And essentially in the basis of it, it was very simple tactics. It was basically giving people LSD. You remember Charles Manson was part of this as well. And the people that Charles Manson's followers, they just give them LSD and then play on repeat whatever, you know, thought that they wanted them to have or whatever they wanted them to believe or how they wanted them to act. And so they used it in that way. And that was back before, you know, a tremendous amount of technological advancements. So you can imagine what they could use now in order to use mind control. And some of it's just, a lot of it's just propaganda. A lot of it's just subliminal messaging in movies or, you know, TV shows or whatever. And it's subtle and people don't realize it. And, you know, it's just, it is what it is. Now, everybody still has the ability to think for themselves, but sometimes you get sucked into this trap of, you know, thinking or acting a certain way without even realizing you're doing it, you know? So, it's just, there's a lot of problems, okay? There's a lot of weird stuff. They've made movies about the mind control. Zoolander. Remember, that was about MK Ultra. And the reason for that was they're like, well, if you bring up mind control by the government or the CIA, then we'll just say, no, that's kooky stuff. That's fiction. It was in a movie, a Ben Stiller movie. That's not real. That's made up. But it's not. It's not. And it's not Andrew McLean saying that. Like, this is all documented. It's in government documents publicly available. So, anyway.
I just remember for years Alex Jones saying all of this stuff, and he was the crazy man, and it's kind of come around with this Epstein file stuff.
Should have never turned the frogs gay.
Nope.
That's where it all went downhill.
Yep.
Turning the frogs gay. It was a gay bomb, baby.
Gay bomb.
That's the way he says it, too. It's a gay bomb, baby. Those songs that the Alex Jones folk song.
Yeah.
Absolute best. Can we play that?
Sure.
I think we got away with playing that, didn't we? It's not copyright. It's just a YouTube deal.
Yeah. And it's not, did someone create the song? They created the song for it, didn't they?
Yeah, and they just basically took transcripts of his shows and made a song out of it.
Yeah, so there shouldn't be, hopefully won't be a copyright issue. We played it before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is good.
Let's see. All right.
It's so freaking good. This will get stuck in your head all day as well. It doesn't get any better than this.
All right. All right, here we go.
The paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're on giant death factories, keeping babies alive. They're selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat baby. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur.
Go, Alex.
Literal vampire pot and goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice that itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. I'm gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims.
Dang.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Wait for it.
I was watching Fox News as I worked out this morning.
So what's so crazy though is you got the Somali thing going on.
Yes.
He was like, the police chief's gonna say, we love our Somalis.
He predicts the future sometimes.
Listen,
you know?
Alex Joe, I don't care if you think he's crazy or you like him or you hate him. Like, that guy's an absolute gem. A gem. Which is also where he watches Fox News.
Yes, when he works out.
We love our Somalis. We love our Muslims. That'll never get old.
That's genius.
And the mayor of Minneapolis was just coming out basically saying those things.
Yeah, he says the same things. He actually says it in Somali, Siwanese. What did Somali speak? I don't even know.
I don't know, but there's a Muslim in charge of New York City now.
Oh, by the way, check this out. Speaking of Minneapolis, so earlier today, you know what they've been doing? The protesters have been doing in Minneapolis. They've been running plates and hunting down people they think are ICE officers. And when they catch a motorcade of ICE officers, they're headed to a targeted enforcement. They will follow them and they'll honk their horns and they're like they're attempting to make everybody aware. You know, they have their whistles and everything else. They're trying to let everybody know the cavalry's here. ICE is on the way. If ICE is coming after you, get out of the way. Now, when they do these, they're targeted enforcements. They know who they're looking for. It's usually somebody either with a deportation order already, criminal record, blah blah blah. Anyway, so at this point, pull this video up. So, one of they've got the caravan. Well, they take the ICE vehicle in the back, or I guess in the front, hits this roundabout on the street, and then just starts doing circles around the roundabout. So the cars will keep following him as the rest of the caravan proceeds to go to where it is they're doing their targeted operations. Watch. These are the protesters.
Oh, God.
And so he just goes around and round and round, and the protesters keep following him. And at this point, the rest of the ICE agents are already gone to do whatever they were going to do.
I love it.
And they follow him for 4 or 5 minutes.
We all fall down.
Perfect, Tom.
Yeah, I tried it.
I that's
I was timing it with my head. Yeah.
That was actually I saw that today. I was like, that's pretty funny. That's good stuff.
I love it. That's the decoy, the plant.
Yeah, that was the decoy.
Yep.
ICE agent.
Then
there was another one today, black ICE agent. Very diverse, by the way. The ICE agents are turns out the two guys that shot Alex Preddy, both Hispanic.
Yep.
The two agents that fired their weapons. There's a tremendous amount of Hispanic ICE agents and Border Patrol, especially Border Patrol. But this is a black guy, and some transgender comes up to him and is doing what the protesters are doing, chewing him out or whatever, and he asks, he goes, "Are you a man?" He's genuinely confused. Watch what happens.
About your energy, we should rip people apart from their families.
Are you a man?
Wow, is that a question?
Wow.
Okay. How do you feel about ripping people from their families? Does that feel good?
Fucking house nigger in here. Sir, I need to move. Fucking house nigger working for the fucking KKK.
What's wrong with you people? Why are you calling a woman a man? I mean, what kind of a guy does that?
She's fucking house nigger, bitch. Go up for your fucking slave.
And then he opens his door and flips him off one more time. But the reason I play that is because they were calling him a house N-word, hard R.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait a minute. So the protesters are now using the N-word against black people? What universe do I live in?
See, these are all white protesters.
White protesters are calling people the hard R, black people the hard R.
I guess they feel they got to do what they got to do. I don't know.
It's like,
God.
It's like we live in an upside down world.
Do you see his face when he got in? He gets out right here and he's kind of half smiling.
Yeah. He's like, just making sure I didn't close your dick in the door.
I love it. Yeah,
man.
Yeah. So it's been a day. It's been a day out in Minneapolis. A lot of stuff going on, including in Richfield, Minneapolis, where protesters. They've been protesting in Targets and demanding the CEO of Target do something. I can't even keep up with it at this point. But watch them in this Target store, the protesters, and listen to the lyrics of the song they're singing. He said, "We are Somali, we are Latino."
There was not one R&B voice in there.
Could you imagine?
All older white folks.
Imagine working at Target and being like, oh my God, I just want to go home. I want to get done with my shift. And these assholes are in here literally singing We Are Somali. All white people, by the way.
Of course.
Were they paid to sing this? I mean, surely this wasn't just a grassroots gathering to sing this.
No, it's all organized.
Yeah. I saw a clip where they showed a bus where it was either sun rising or lowering, and there was people with all the signs getting into like this Greyhound type bus with tinted windows today.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
White people are the most obnoxious group of people, race of people on the planet right now. I mean, they're just the worst.
Man, I'm so pissed. I gotta go piss.
All right, you go piss.
John Bird's taking these videos. We haven't played any like trans stuff tonight.
Well,
at least.
You know, there's just certain things that get John Bird fired up. How about this one? You sent this to me earlier today. Joe Biden's ex-husband has now been charged with homicide for the unaliving of his wife, which is crazy. Listen to this.
A man believed to be former First Lady Jill Biden's ex-husband has been charged with murder. He's accused of killing his wife. Chief Washington correspondent Mike Emanuel has the latest on this. Mike.
So, the backstory on this is, and this happened, what was it, like last month? They get a call, and they say it's a cardiac arrest call, and they get there, and they say, well, there's really suspicious here as to what's going on, and I think they ended up taking a bunch of items from the home and supposedly started investigating. And now, as of today, they have taken Joe Biden's ex-husband into custody.
Did you say Joe Biden's ex-husband?
Jill Biden's ex-husband has allegedly unalived his wife. So anyway, go ahead.
Whoa.
William Stevenson was arrested yesterday and charged in connection with the death of 64-year-old Linda Stevenson on December 28th. There are reports William Stevenson is the ex-husband of former First Lady Jill Biden.
Well, at least
but Fox
he's
has not
smiling in his
independently
mugshot.
confirmed that.
Man.
The Newcastle, Delaware Police Department telling us, quote,
Looks like Christopher
will not be
Walken.
providing any additional comment regarding this incident when asked if they can confirm.
Anyway, it does look like Christopher Walken.
It's like Christopher Walken and Rosie O'Donnell had a baby or something right there. That piss poor look. Anyway.
But he looks like an old guy, but compare how old he looks to Joe Biden, who looks much older than that.
Oh, yeah.
He's much closer in age to Joe Biden than Joe Biden was. Remember, Joe Biden was macking on Jill Biden when she was a babysitter for him and his children.
Speaking of Joe Biden, obviously we can't show it. You remember that video we saw of Joe Biden? That was where he
allegedly.
Allegedly saw. Yeah, the one.
There was a guy that was naked, and he looked like he was in maybe some sort of tropical place or some sort of village where he had a naked female tied up or something, and he was hitting her with a whip. Was that right?
Yeah, left-handed and everything.
And it looked just like Joe Biden.
And supposedly it came from that laptop.
Yeah, supposedly it came from Hunter Biden's laptop, which is I've never seen any confirmation on that it was actually true or came from the laptop, but that was the speculation. And just by looking at it, like the side profile and everything else, you're like, man, sure as hell looks like Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a lot of stuff out there on the internet.
It could have been one of his doubles.
Yeah, could have been his body double. You know, in the Epstein files, there's another email that talks about how Joe Biden was put in front of a firing squad back in like 2018, 2019, or 2017, so somewhere in that area, and that the person that was assuming the presidency was a body double. That's what That's what one of the Epstein files said.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Wouldn't that be wild? Who knows, man? You would think, though, if like they're going to put in a body double for Joe Biden, they'd put somebody that had it a little more together instead of somebody that was in such cognitive decline.
Now, you do remember the clips where it showed Biden at the White House towards the end, and there was that one clip where the gentleman was a little taller than Joe was than normal.
Oh, yeah.
You remember
that's
what
right.
I'm talking about?
Yeah, I sure do.
That was not
It was like Joe Biden was all of a sudden like a lot taller than he was the day before.
Like 3 inches, like a good, you could tell.
Same thing with Paul McCartney and the Beatles. You know, Paul McCartney died in a car accident, 1964, and they hired a body double.
Now you're going to make people not believe this one. I'm telling you.
This is a, you know.
There could be reasonable explanations too, like orthopedic shoes or, whatever. Yeah. But there was just a lot of weird stuff going on. I'm just saying.
He's weird in general.
And his face didn't look the same either. Just saying.
This whole show has been weird. I didn't plan on it to be this weird. But with that said, we're going to have to get out of here in a few minutes. We got stuff to do, things to do. If you want to contribute to the show, OTL Show.
Yeah, or you can hate us. How about that?
Or you can hate us. You can donate to the show or you can hate us. You can be the first one to donate tonight if you go OTL Show, Cash App, or Venmo.
Yeah, but
anything helps. But with that said, over the past few days, I guess sometime at the end of last week, and I don't know if we talked about this on Friday, or maybe this was this Monday? Did I send y'all to this to y'all yesterday? I think it was because it was on the Bubba Show Uncensored on their members only.
Yeah.
They were talking about us because I said something in the chat, and they started talking about you, and they played a little clip of the Gene Lasker song, and Bubba was like, you know what? If Bird has any Bubba Show related songs that he does, I hope they will send it to us, and we can turn around and play it on the show. So we pretty much got that locked in as you can. And I would dare say even if you come up with some kind of parody for this show, that if it's timely, we could pass it over to them because they used to play parodies all the time. Like that was a big, big part of their show. But that's good. We need to keep that in our back pocket.
Yeah, well, I'm working on a Bubba Super song. I've been doing little bits and pieces along.
Rudy, $10 on the cash app.
Rudy.
For much love from the man,
Rudy champion.
Yeah, buddy.
And I'm gonna play this for David Lynham because he suggested it. The gay frog thing. I pulled up if you want.
It's catchy. That is catchy.
The song or the actual clip? This is the actual clip.
Oh, you want the song?
No, play the clip first, and then we'll do the song.
All right, 1 second here. Here we go.
If you're a new listener, just type in Pentagon tested gay bomb on Iraq. They didn't consider using it. They've used it on our troops. In Vietnam, they'd spray PCP on the troops, Jacob's Ladder. You think PCP, some horse tranquilizer, something? They got stuff that'll whack your brain permanently. Brain chips in the troops. They give the troops special vaccines that are really nanotech that already re-engineer their brains. Yeah, there it is, the gay bomb. Look it up for yourself. I mean, this is what they're... What do you think tap water is? It's a gay bomb, baby. And I'm not saying people didn't naturally have homosexual feelings. I'm not even getting into it, quite frankly. I mean, give me a break. You think I am like, shocked by it, so I'm up here bashing it because I don't like gay people? I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Serious crap. I'm sick of being social engineered. It's not funny.
Man.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, well, listen, if we're trying to debate on whether or not Alex Jones was right on some stuff, the uptick in transgenderism has dramatically increased over time. And if you go back to the search,
is this the song?
Let's see. Go to the just do remix. Type in remix.
Oh, remix.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of them out there, and not all of them are good.
Yeah, that's why
I think it's a top one.
This
one
here. Okay.
Yeah, this is exactly the one.
All right.
So they took that clip and basically turned it into a banger of a song, which this will also be stuck in your head for a very long time.
Yes.
Oh, like I'm putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Yeah. You understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap. Gay. Frogs, friggin' frogs. It's not funny. I'm gonna say it real slow for you. Gay. Frogs. Won't you fight for your life? Gay. Frogs, friggin' frogs. I don't like
I'm telling you, I almost got up and started dancing.
That's a banger.
Yeah.
That is.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I love it, man.
All right, well, let's dip out of here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we're not doing a post show tonight, are we?
Not tonight.
Nope,
We
not
will
tonight.
Friday.
Really.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll be back Friday with a brand new episode. David Lynham says he's going to come in studio. Everybody
Let's
go
bring
with that?
David, yeah.
All right, so David Lynham in studio on
Wait,
Friday.
have we voted about this? Do we need to do secret ballads?
To whether or not David Lynham can come?
Yes.
I mean, sure.
Because I have an objection to this.
Okay, well let's.
No, I'm joking. See, I'm doing comedy too. I can be just as funny as you. You know what? I'm gonna write a love song for David. No homo, but I'm gonna write a love song.
Oh, to make up for the hate song that you wrote.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. I'm sorry, David.
All right, so yeah, come up with a love song for David Lynham. We'll play
Okay.
one. Tony Gump, final words, my friend.
Final words. Thank you, Rudy. And Satanism is bad.
Okay.
Okay. So everybody stay positive. Be happy. Get plenty of water, meat, sunlight, and sleep. And enjoy yourself.
And go to church or the devil will get you, as the billboard
ya.
says.
David Lanham might get you, too.
John Bird, final words.
Goodbye. Final words, get it? I don't know why I didn't come up with that all these years. We've been together 12 years. I have never done that. I can't believe it. But it's provocative. Everybody out there's like, is it going to say anything else? Yeah, one thing. No.
All right. Thank you, guys.
No, but seriously, I'm just kidding.
All right, we're gonna get out. Thank you to our live audience, everybody watching across all platforms. You are the best.
Bob Cook.
And all of our people on YouTube, from Bob Cook to Trish to Tracy and Rudy and everybody. Y'all are the best. Bubba Army, y'all are the best. Thank y'all. Our numbers have been going up on the Bubba Network channels, by the way. Been noticing. So I think we've kind of solidified ourselves on the Bubba side of things. More and more people are warming up to us. Now, they may watch this show and think we're completely batshit crazy and not watch us anymore, but, we were going to end up talking about it at some point anyway.
That's right. We're who we are. Oh, don't let me get started.
Yeah. Let's not do that. Let's go ahead. All right, we're out of here. Until next time, circle.
You know what? I do have some more final words, some serious final words.